talking to Dana Dominici, who's Director of Public Relations North America for Costa Cruises. And Dana's here, and she's the one that talked us into it, and Dana, we're here, and I want to thank you.
I want to thank you for coming, and I'm so excited to finally meet you and Chavez, of course. So, welcome aboard. I know that you've had a good experience getting on board today, and good travels from that cold weather.
Oh God, I could brought some of it with me from Chicago, but I don't think you would have appreciated it.
No. Keep it up there for a while.
Dana, before Greg talked to us about traveling with a working dog, what are we going to look forward to here on the Atlantic?
So many things. Well, first of all, looking at the ship, it's all festive for the holidays, so all the lights, so you already have that festive atmosphere for the week. But beyond that, so many fun things to do on board, from food, which is my favorite.
That's good, I had some already.
You had some already. The great Italian cuisine that is authentic, and you will feel that in the food. From the main dining room to the buffet to the specialty restaurant, to try it all and experience that. But also great entertainment. The shows are amazing in the theater at night. The music, already you can hear the sounds of the piano at the back.
Yes,
but great bands on board. I was just talking to someone about that this week. That we have such an international mix of music offerings that's really something that encompasses the Costa experience as well. To great activities that allow you to go outdoors on the Lido decks, to inside, and of course the beautiful ports of Palm and Caribbean you're going to have all week.
You know, I noticed when I came in to register, and I was on the second floor. The first floor, of course, you're taking care of your business. When I came up on the second floor, the lady was very nice. She spoke to us, and then after they took our pictures, you know, for security reasons, the ship was open, and I just felt warm, and it's like, come on in, you're welcome.
Absolutely, and that's an Italian trait as well. I think that that resonates from just the fact that we're an Italian cruise line. You feel that warmth, that welcome, and also this is really the heart where you are right now, and where you mentioned where you walked in the atrium is the heart of the ship. This is where all the central activity happens, where you can have a cocktail or a drink. You can go to guest services and take care of any business that you need to take care of. It's a great meeting point with people in your group. I know you're traveling with 10 people.
Yes, we are.
So let's say you need to coordinate a time that you all want to meet. This is a great place to do it. All right, you have a great trip.
Oh, I am. Hi, this is Beatrice again from Travis with Disabilities Having Fun. And we're going to talk to the gentleman that's causing a lot of us women a lot of stress, but very tasteful stress. And he told me, this is honest to goodness, he told me that his wife loved him. But we have to explain to him why we women hate him. And so who we're going to be talking to today, I'm sorry, I can't help but laugh, is the head chef here, Giovanni Bellomo, correct?
Correct.
You know we hate you, right?
Yes. And I love when you hate me.
We're eating your food, and some of us women are going to take it off of the ship with us. I want to know right now, in front of all of our viewers, do you have any guilt feelings for that?
No. I will feel guilty if you lose weight.
Your food is so good.
Thank you.
It really is. The only thing I know is Spanish, so I can say, su comido es delicioso, muy delicioso.
Gracias.
It's fresh, it's very tasty. I had a chance to talk to Alberto. I'm going to mess up his last name, so we'll just say...
Abruzzini. Yeah, Alberto Abruzzini.
Oh, you say that so well. He said in order for the food to be delicious, I have to be Italian. Because it's the way you saute the garlic and the thyme and the bell pepper and the onion and the sage. Is that true? Because I'm African American. So you mean I can't cook as good as you can yet?
No, but I can give you some lesson.
How do you get all the food and your pastries? Do you guys make them yourselves here?
Yes, the pastry we make on our by ourselves. Basically, because we don't have space in the ship to keep all the ready prepared food. So we need to load the flour, the eggs, the sugar, and after produce by ourselves.
And your fruit and your salads are always, your lettuce is always crispy. It's not that limp. I mean, it's just crispy and fresh. So when a cruise starts, you order all of your foods before you go out to sea for the cruise?
Yes.
How do you do that? I mean, do you order like a pound of butter?
No. Basically, it's like this. We check day by day how much is the average consumption, and basing of day by day, we can make a record of how many we're gonna need during the cruise. So basically, the last 2 days, our fridges are almost empty. So we can receive all the fresh stuff without have old stuff in the ship.
What about your day-to-day recipes? How do you sit down and just work out a recipe? Because your food is never the same. Of course, we'll have the regular stuff that's there if you wanted your hamburger, your hot dog. I mean, that's there. And of course, pasta. I love pasta and spaghetti. I mean, I just wear it so well on my hips thanks to you. And so I need me some new clothes when I get home.
It's a good excuse to buy something, no?
This is true. This is true. But like your veal, I had your stuffed chicken breast last night with the mushrooms, which is absolutely delicious. And I mean, how do you sit down and just write recipes for the day? I mean, what inspires your recipes?
The recipes, I try to take the best of the Italian menus. I mean, the best from the Italian region, because in Italy is a big mess with the food, because I'm from north, my food is different from the south. From the south is different from the center Italy, and I try to take what I think is the best of everything in order to give the best to the passenger.
Before we started, you were telling me you had 5 staff under you, and you were giving me their different levels of what it is that they supervise.
Yes. Basically, I'm the executive chef. I supervise all the operation in the kitchen. But every kitchen, because I have basically 5 kitchen, I have 5 sous chefs. Every sous chef is in charge for one kitchen.
Okay.
So I give them orders to deliver to the other people in order to make a way run the work. Okay, I take a 7:30 meeting with all the sous chef and the first cook that they are in charge for every section of the ship. They mean the saucier, the garde-manger, the vegetable guy, the soup guy. I take a meeting, I take the menu, I explain them the recipes, I explain them the temperature of cooking, I explain them how the things should be to do a good job.
Okay. Your recipes, do you share your recipes?
Yes, of course.
And how do people get a copy of your recipes?
During the meeting in the morning, with the menu in the hands, they need to write what I really need. Because for the basic sauces, for the basic things, there's already a recipe for that. I mean, the soup, we start with the base of the parmentier, and after we add the broccoli, we add the asparagus. The sauce, we have the gravy, the bechamel, and the tomato sauce. These are the basic. And after you work on top of the basic recipe to make other recipes.
What makes a good Costa chef?
Sorry?
What makes a good Costa Cruises chef? What is it that a person needs? If you want to be a good Costa Cruises chef, what is it that you need to want to do?
The first thing you have to do, you need to love the kitchen. You need to love the food, because you cannot be even a good cook if you don't love the food. To make a Costa chef, you need to know very well the Italian style of food. Because now as well in Italy start to come in all these molecular food, this kind of new fashion that is not really what we intend to serve, but we want to give a classic but modernized. This is what I feel for Costa.
Well, Giovanni Bellomo, I want to thank you for allowing me to take some time from your busy time to talk to me. I forgive you. for my weight.
Don't worry. I love to speak with women because anyway they hate me.
Hate you real well. Thank you again.
Thank you.
This is Beatrice signing out for the wake that she's bringing home with her very soon. Wishing everyone was here to join me here on Costa Cruises for the delicious food. And I'll be seeing you again real soon. Thanks. Hi, this is Beatrice Leonard right here with Travelers with Disabilities Having Fun. And we're still right here on Costa Cruises on the Atlantica. And you see right now I'm getting a little nervous because tomorrow is the day, because it is the day back to Chicago with 12-degree weather. But before we get there, we have one of our guests right here, Mary Talley. And Mary's going to talk to us about why she enjoyed cruising. Right, Mary?
Right.
Now, this is not your first time cruising with Costa Cruises, right?
No, this is the second time with Costa Cruises.
And what made you come back? Costa?
Because we liked the Costa Cruises as we went. Mm-hmm. And we like both of them. Mm-hmm. And have always had good service. And I've been on so many cruises. It's kind of hard to, to say which kind of cruise you like the best. Mm-hmm. But Costa has always been a good one, and that's why we chose it again.
This is my first time cruising with Costa. And I love reading my novels, my Victorian novels, and Jude Devereux and Fern Michaels. They always have us over in Italy and France somewhere. And I found this very exciting to be on a European type of style cruises.
Right.
And I just like the flair of it all. And so now when I go back home, I can tell everyone I was on the ship and their theme was Federico Fellini. So that makes me feel very Italian and very suave to be able to say that. I was wondering, as a person with a disability just like myself, why do you think, we're seeing more people with disabilities coming out, but it seems as though that we still don't see enough coming out. Why do you think that's going on?
Well, I think there's a lot of people that don't feel like they can do something like that. Mm-hmm. And I have always been a person that was on the go. Mm-hmm. I can say that my husband is a pastor of a church, so I was always active in everything I did. Mm-hmm. We were active all the time, and being married as long as we have, for 63 years.
I'm going to say 63. That's a blessing.
And it is a blessing.
And commitment.
And a commitment, and a very good husband. And my family are behind us, and they, on everything we do, and traveling with us every time we've had someone traveling with us. And I just enjoy cruises because even though I might be handicapped, there's always things to do and things you can enjoy. And and as you say, the Costa with the artwork and
the stores
and everything, we've enjoyed. And we're just glad we're be able to make the cruise. And I think that more people that are handicapped should get out and go, whether they think they can or not. They can.
I totally agree. And that's what we try to promote with Travelers with Disabilities Having Fun. If a person's a wheelchair user or blind or hearing impaired, they did tell me, I forgot to share this with you, that last month they had 45 blind people and 11 of them brought their dogs. So that right there shows that we are trying, and of course we know there's some things that we're not going to be able to do, but just the total atmosphere and setting is just so relaxing, wouldn't you say?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Now, you were telling me that you're going to take another cruise in February with your sister. It may not be with Costa, but again, you're showing that you're just out there independent and just moving on.
Right. Both of us. Because we're both she's very handicapped compared to me.
Okay.
And
but what has it stopped? Nothing.
No, as long as I'm with her, she's okay.
Okay. And so that's a good thing. I'm
11 and she's 11 and a half years younger than I am.
Okay.
So, even though I'm handicapped, we look after one another.
Which is good.
And on the cruises, we have good times.
Okay. Now, what are some of the activities you did here on Costa Cruises this go around? What are some of the things that you've done?
Well, we've been to the shows, and we play cards. We do shopping.
Okay, shopping. Okay, okay, that's
Which
all
everybody
good.
does.
Yes, yes,
And
yes.
looking at the artwork and all that is on the ship is very nice.
Isn't it pretty?
Beautiful.
Did you get off at our port of calls here in St. Thomas and in Puerto Rico?
Yes, we did.
Okay.
And we used to get off the port of calls. We did. Sometimes we don't go too far, but when you got somebody pushing you, it makes them a little tired.
Oh, okay. I
But
understand.
outside of that, we've enjoyed the cruise very much.
But again, what you demonstrate is that even though you may be a wheelchair user with a disability, that you still can get off and have a good time.
Right,
And that's the part that's so
right.
important.
And the crew is very, very good at that, taking you on and off.
Isn't it great?
Yes.
Well, Mary, I want to thank you so much for sharing your fun that you're having here with Costa Cruises on the Atlantica. And then I want to thank my viewers again for Travelers with Disabilities having fun, letting you know. Go ahead, Mary. Tell them how they can have a good time. Tell them one more time, Mary.
You can have a good time whether you're handicapped and or not. And I'm very glad to meet you.
Thank you, Mary,
And
for
talk
taking
with you,
time,
Doc.
you and your daughter taking time to talk to me. This is Beatrice Leonard signing out for right now. We'll see you again real soon. Have a great day. All right, this is Beatrice Leonard back again with Travelers with Disabilities having fun. And it's one thing when you're on the ship, you want to be involved with a lot of activities, a lot of entertainment, and just for everyone to sit back and relax and really enjoy themselves. And we have the person that's in charge of keeping us happy, and hopefully I have it correct, is Andrea, don't tell me, Olivineri.
Almost.
But you told me before I said it so well.
It was very musical, very close to the right name, but the right pronounce is Andrea Olivieri.
Andrea Olivineri.
Olivieri.
That's all right. Is that okay?
That's beautiful. I
All
love
right,
it.
thank you.
And I changed my name into Olivineri.
Last night, the entertainment and the dancers, everyone is talking about it today. As a matter of fact, we today in Puerto Rico. And getting off the ship today, people were talking about the dances you had last night. As a matter of fact, they thought it was aerobic dancing in action. And a lot of the women were very jealous because the women were fit and they were able to do that. How do you live that way, so dangerously?
Well, I must confess that one of the reasons that keep me here on board since so many years, about 12 years, is just the fact that I enjoy being in such a dynamic environment with great artists from all over the places, coming from all different countries in the world, having different talents, and they all bring something on the plate that makes it very, very fascinating. And dancers are just a small part of the entertainment talents that we have on board. They are normally English, Romanian, Russian, American, Australian. It's a mix of people from all over the countries. They all come from dancing school, of course, and they are really, most of them are young, very young, and they have that special energy that really, you can see it on stage, you can feel it on stage.
Yes, absolutely. Everyone was saying how they felt that and just how just enthusiastic and how so well coordinated the whole program was. When you're looking at someone that's interested in working for you or for Costa Cruises, how do you look at them and know that this is going to be a good fit? I mean, because there are people that are able to do things, but they just won't fit into your program. How do you make that selection and choice?
This is a very good question, because every cruise is different one from the other, and what is a good fit for a specific group of people might not be as good for another group of people. So you need to be very, very sensitive to what are the needs of the audience you're facing. Audience analysis is really the first point in all type of entertainment. You need to understand what is the audience looking for. If they want a more dance ballet, if they want a more cultural entertainment, if they want just more fun and action on stage. According to normally the type of nationality we have on board, the average range of age that we have on board, we can allot more or less dynamic dances rather than having, for example, an opera singer or a classic concert in the theater.
Okay. You had your staff entertaining your guests on your ship. Now, how do you get the staff to do that? Do you blackmail them and tell them they got to do it, or what? How do you get them to do that? And you had someone also with the with Michael Jackson with his songs and your dancers, and these were staff. How do you do that?
There's only one important rule to live and work on board, and it's passion.
Okay.
I like to say that you will not survive on a cruise ship as a worker unless you are driven by passion, because this is not only a working environment, this is not only your profession, but it's really your house and your family. If you're not passionate about what you're doing, you will not succeed. And that's why we can accomplish so much more, just because we go above and beyond our duties, just because we are all driven by passion. And this is really easy to work with passionate people, because they don't need to be asked, they just do it automatically. And it's a long hours job, it's tiring, but we still do have a smile during the day, and this is the most important thing. And at the end of the day, the applause and the reward we receive,
because it's
the
so much
feedback.
fun. And you could tell that they have fun up there when they were entertaining the guests the other day. So just for those who don't know, exactly what does a director of entertainment do? And activities, rather.
I'm more than anything a manager and a coordinator, meaning that I manage talents. It's not my decision to decide who is coming on board. It's sent by the head office. My role is to manage them on board as talents.
Absolutely.
Using a metaphor, it would be like a cook was given certain ingredients and has to prepare the best cake ever with the ingredient that is given to. Hopefully you got good ingredients, then you can make a great cake.
We did.
And in that sense, I have to prepare the schedule of all the daily activities, starting from the show in the theater, and then going to the activities during the day and the pool, and special events like dancing classes or bridge directors, how to schedule them, where to schedule them, make sure that they have everything to succeed. And so it's a very complex task in giving to everybody the proper time and the proper space.
Well, I want to thank you so much for taking time from your busy schedule.
It's a pleasure.
To talk to us. And I just love the way you pronounce your name. So you can let everybody know that your name again is Andrea
Olivieri.
Because I'm from the South. So I'm trying to wrap my tongue around Olivieri, okay?
That's beautiful. Let me say goodbye in Italian to all the friends.
Would you please?
Arrivederci a tutti, vi aspetto a bordo, un grande piacere avervi con noi. Un grande bacio, arrivederci, ciao.
And this is Beatrice Leonard signing out for Travis with Disabilities Having Fun. And I'm going to say it too. Ciao. What made you decide to take a cruise to celebrate your what anniversary?
50th.
Okay, way to go.
50.
Such a commitment.
Oh, yes.
Such a commitment. What made you guys decide to take a cruise?
We figure at our age it was now or never.
Okay, it's now or never.
Yeah, right.
Okay. I think Elvis did that, didn't he?
But after we've
Oh,
been
somebody.
on it, we hopefully will go again.
Now, what made you decide to select Costa Cruises?
He got on the internet, and Costa came up. Is that right? And we thought we have nothing to compare one to the other.
Okay.
So Costa looked like everything that we could use.
Okay, okay. Now, what is making you enjoy this cruise?
Just being here.
Come on, Mary.
And
Is it,
being pampered by my husband.
Oh,
and
no.
not cooking meals.
Oh,
not
now
making
see.
beds. Not doing housework. It's just a week of fun.
now, I have a question. Have you and your husband worked it out to bring back your cabin attendant with you, so you can continue this pampering?
Oh, yeah. He's got to sign a release that he does all dish. Well, he does the dishes at home.
Okay.
I cook the meal. I get up and leave the table. He does the dishes.
Okay. Well, that's now that's good.
That's my dishwasher.
Okay, that sounds
He
good.
makes the bed every morning when he gets up.
Well, then? So you don't need this cabin steward that you have here,
Not
then?
really. He's getting there.
Okay. What are some of the things you've done on this cruise that you really like it, and you decided that you wouldn't mind taking another cruise?
Oh, we like going into the different ports and the excursions. We're
Okay.
hopefully going on the glass bottom boat today.
That is a lot of fun. See, I don't do well in heat, and I did one, and I was with my stepdaughter and some of my sisters, and obviously he got next to me because they started throwing ice on me, and I didn't even know it. But the way my stepdaughter was describing the scenery to me with the different corals and the fish and everything, it's very peaceful, and it's very nice. It really is. And I think you'll really enjoy that. I really, really do.
My only problem is getting around. This is just a motorized scooter. It's not a wheelchair. And getting places and being able to. I'm afraid of just leaving it. I don't know if it'll get stolen, but if I have the key, I guess it won't.
You mean leaving it in your cabin?
No,
Oh, you mean where you're
out
going?
in the port. Yeah.
Okay.
Wherever we're going. We'll see what happens.
This is true. This is true. In getting individuals who have disabilities and baby boomers to come out more, and I was talking to another lady by the name of Mary. She was saying that she felt that some of us were just not of interest. Do you agree with that?
I think so because my husband said, let's go on a cruise. I said, I can't walk. You know, I have COPD. I have trouble breathing.
Okay.
And when I walk, I have trouble breathing. And I had to swallow my pride to get on this thing. But I thought, if we're going to be on a cruise and I can't walk, he's the one that suggested it, my husband.
Okay.
And the oxygen in the room, he had that ordered to the room, so.
So that means your husband wanted his Honeyland right here with him for his 50th,
I guess
didn't
so,
he?
yeah.
So for him, only thing he saw was you guys having fun. Are you happy that you came?
Oh, very happy. Very happy.
I find the staff to be very nice on here. What about you?
Oh, I do too. Very nice.
Such
very nice.
smiles and
Oh, yes.
and everything. How do you feel about going home tomorrow? We don't have to.
Oh, yeah. When we left, we had 10, 12 inches of snow on the ground.
Get out. When we left, I think our temperature was something like 15 or 18.
No, ours. I talked to a friend back home, and it was 3 yesterday or the day before. 3 degrees.
So we're leaving this to go back to that.
Yep.
I had a chance to talk to the captain because I was advocating for everyone. You know, it's very important for us to advocate. I asked him, could he get amnesia so we could retrace some of these things? And he wasn't biting. But I did ask.
Let's turn this ship around and go again.
I did ask, and he wasn't biting.
It is just so relaxing. You don't have to be anywhere at a certain time unless it's an excursion. You can go eat when you want to, and it's just real relaxing.
Sitting outside if you choose to. And then it's also that maybe you want to do something, your husband want to do something different. All of us know where each other are located at that time, and it all seemed to be okay.
He never leaves. He's
Okay.
always with me.
Okay, well that's
I
good.
guess maybe he's afraid I'll get lost.
Oh no, he just don't want somebody else to snap his bride up. That's all. Well, Mary, I want to thank you so much for joining me here with Travelers with Disabilities Having Fun. And I would like you to tell my viewers out there that even though you have a disability, what should they do, Mary?
Definitely go on a cruise.
It's a lot of fun.
Don't be afraid of your disability. If there's a will, there's a way.
Absolutely. Well, this is Beatrice Lena thanking Mary again for joining us here with Travelers with Disabilities Having Fun. And we'll be back again because tomorrow is the day, right, Mary?
The day.
The day.
We have to give it up.
What does a person have to be? What type of qualifications would you suggest to anyone else who wants to be a Costa captain?
Start from the school. I started from the school. I was 15 years old. I started for the nautical school in my country, and after that, I finished the school. I started to embark on board as a cadet, cargo ship. First of all, it was a cargo ship, and in 1988, I started with the Costa. Is a carrier, but the only point, the first point until the last day on board will be until the last day to be first to be retired. Before to be retired is the passion.
It has to be a passion.
Passion, because there is a lot of, as you say, responsibility,
Yes,
far
it
from
is.
family. So that is
So you have to really
only with a
love what
passion.
you're doing. You have to love what you're doing.
Yes, I love it. I love it.
Being a Costa captain, huh? Like that, huh?
I like it.